Hey guys, what is going on? This is Ip of RageQuitTV, gonna be casting a game between Liquid Hero and ZeNEXTREME. Yes, I know it is a PvP between these two players, but it is on Entombed Valley, and both these players are known for their specialty and micro. Hero with his little fancy warp prism type micro and being everywhere at once, while ZeNEXTREME is known for his battle micro. He can do a PvP engagement with less than his opponent and yet somehow come out ahead. He is an extremely talented Protoss player that isn't really that well known. He did very well in the KSL today against IM. Not going to spoil too much, but any game between ZeNEXTREME and someone, you should go watch because he just played phenomenal. And we do have Hero and ZeNEXTREME going to be throwing down 9 pylons both in their base, so nothing cheesy out of the ordinary. But ZeNEXTREME is going to be scouting first right after that pylon, while Hero does stay in his base. ZeNEXTREME will, of course, scout Hero last because he's going in the opposite direction. And Hero is going to be going to build his gateway and then most likely going to be scouting. That is a 11 gate. And Extreme, he hasn't thrown down his gateway just yet. It looks like it will be a 12 gate. An 11 gate is definitely a little bit odd from Hero. That means he hasn't used one of his Chrono Boost, I believe. No, he has used it all. I don't know exactly what that 11 gate does mean. Maybe I misread that, but it looked like it was. And you do have both players pausing, saying, "I'm sorry, we go." And Hero saying, "Yep, let's go." And Extreme is going to be scouting. Eventually, he'll find out where Hero is, and Hero also going in the wrong direction, so Hero will find Extreme really late, and may not even be able to get in his base. We'll see if he ends up doing that. Of course, it is very hard to kill a probe with a Zealot, but it is possible when you sit on the ramp, and if your micro is perfect, you can get possibly 2 hits of the probe hits your Zealot, kind of stutters, you get 2 hits there, micro your Zealot back, and then hit the probe yet again to kill it off. I've seen it happen a few times. We'll see if it does happen this game. We do have the gas done right there, 2492, and gas just now finishing for Hero, so Extreme with a little bit earlier gas, but Hero with a much earlier gateway being 11 gate. His Cyber Next Core, though, is a little bit behind Extreme, so I'm not exactly sure what Hero did get there. You do see Hero trying to stop that one probe from getting the base, but no, he does fail. Going into the work count, Hero looks like he did edge out one extra probe by throwing down that 11 gate. That's what it did somehow. I don't know why 11 gate gives him extra probe, but it does. He's at 18 while Extreme is at 17. Extreme's chrono is very high, approaching that 100 mark, while Hero at 71, so that's why Hero has the extra probe. Hero going to be going on another gas while Extreme taking his second gas as well, and the probe going to be going in for Hero. The Zealot does not get to stop it, and he will be seeing this extremely high chrono boost on this next as all 100. Now the first one does go down on this gateway, and this is going to be a little bit odd from Extreme. Is just at 1 gate right now, hasn't thrown down anything else. Hero is at 1 gate as well, hasn't mined out of this second gas just yet. And did Extreme see that second gas? Yes, he did, and Hero going to be going to mine out of that now. So I thought maybe Hero decided to change his plan, not mine out of that gas and do a 1 gas strategy, but nope. Just a little bit late to that gas. We do have a Zealot and a Stalker moving out for Extreme. Takes out that one probe. Now we have a Zealot versus Zealot Stalker, and it looks like Hero does have 2 Zealots, so he will come out ahead. Extreme forced to pull back with this one Stalker. Has been using all his Chrono Boost, it looks like, on this single gateway. And now that he knows Hero has much more than him, he is going to have to throw down more gateways to defend this. I don't think he wanted to go for a double gate, but realizing, okay, I am a little bit behind. Hero has more than me, and I've been chrono boosting my unit out. So there's got to be something he's doing. He has to have more gateways than me. Instead, Hero does have the 11 gate, which may have edged out a unit, and that could be a little bit confusing for ZeNEXTREME. He is going to be coming in here with the Stalker, taking a few hits on that from the Zealots. That is never good. Hero still has shields on all his units, but we do have a 3rd Stalker coming up for ZeNEXTREME. So this looks like the 3 Stalker rush and into a 3 gate. Zealots for Hero going to be chasing Extreme microing his way back. That one Stalker has taken some hits, and Hero has one of his Stalkers with some damage on it as well. Hero, though, building an Immortal as he is going for a 1 gate Robo, while Extreme is going to be going for a 3 gate. And Extreme will have a lot of Stalkers out, which that Immortal will be very good against. So Extreme not going to be able to do too much damage here. As soon as he sees that Immortal, he will have to be backing on off. We do have a Robo facility now up for Extreme. And the pylon going to be fishing, so he's going to be warping in. We'll see if he warps in Zealots or Stalkers. A probe coming down here for Hero. Going to be placing a probe down there that will allow him to warp in down here. and also give him full vision of his base. One Zealot coming down, and Hero sees all these Stalkers. That Zealot may get picked off. One more volley. There we go. The Zealot does get picked off. Hero does micro his way back up here. Has kept that Immortal hidden, so of course Extreme does not know about that just yet. The probe hiding on down here. The Observer now coming out for here so we can see where Extreme does go. And it looks like he is going to be falling back home. Getting a Twilight Council that will most likely be used for Blink. However, he does have a lot of gas up, so he could go for DTs. However, he may see that one Observer and decide that is not a good thing at all. The probe is going to come over here, see that Immortal, and any DT play he had in his question is out the window. That will most likely be for Blink. He could also go for Charge, but that is a rare upgrade. And most likely he will be going for Blink, as that is just much more common. We do have Hero taking expansion, and it looks like Extreme is going to be taking expansion as well. Hero with a small supply lead going to the work account. He is up by 3 probes, and the Observer now going to get sniped for Hero, and this means Hero is going to not be able to build another Immortal and will have to get an Observer up, because whenever you don't have an Observer, you always start second questioning every single move you make, because you could be being watched, and they aren't. So we'll see another Observer built out of this robo facility. Of course, it does take time and a few minerals and gas. It's not so much the resources, it's just the time it takes on this robo facility. That's 40 seconds that it cannot be producing an Immortal that has a 55-second build time, or a Warp Prism that has a 50-second build time. Of course, Colossus with that 75-second. But just makes your robo facility idle, and since we had Extreme's robo facility come out second, this allows him to catch back up in that Immortal count, because Hero had to build another Observer that Extreme did not have to do. We do have Extreme now coming in here, scouts this expansion, click on the minerals, and note it just went up, and now the pylon gonna be falling, which will not supply cap, but no, it does supply cap. 58 out of 58. Food not upside down, but it is equal to 1, which is never ever a good thing. We do have a Zealot making his way, and this may just be a scouting Zealot to see exactly what Extreme has up on the ramp. And yes, that looks like what it's going to be doing. It will die without doing any damage, but he does see an Immortal. That is definitely a good thing to see. I'm not sure if the Observer saw the Immortal before it got sniped. I can't exactly remember. We do see an Immortal coming out for a Hero, so he will be up to 3 Immortals. And he's at 3 gates getting Blink, so it looks like both players have the same thing. 3 gates, robo facility, Blink. They've just done it a little bit differently. And Hero does etch out 11 more workers, but Extreme going to be putting on a lot of pressure going this tab. We do have 11 Stalkers versus the 7 and 1 extra sentry for Extreme, but he is down by 1 Immortal right now, soon to be 2. So I don't know if he can do much damage, because his big lead is in Stalkers, which Hero's big lead is in Immortals, and that is never ever a good thing. We do have the Stalkers poking up there, get shot, and he does not return fire, so right now, Extreme at a disadvantage there. We do have a Blink up here from Extreme. They're going to be picking off a lot of probes. Hero forced to pull back 1 Immortal and 2 Stalkers, leaving a lot of units right here. We do have an Observer up on this force, so he knows that he's not being watched. The first force field does go down. That does get dealt with, and we have these 3 Stalkers doing a lot of damage. 2 kills, 3 kills, and 3 kills. And now they're blinking to try to get away. Going to take out a few more workers. And those Stalkers, I think, paid for themselves. We have 13 workers killed for ZeNEXTREME. And going to the worker count, it is now 38 to 38. So now evening up that workers. That was such a nice blink from Extreme with that 1 Observer blinking those Stalkers up and doing quite a bit of damage. Extreme now pulling ahead in that worker count. And Hero, he is going on to put some pressure on with Stalkers, Immortals, Sentries. Has 4 Immortals right now. And Extreme only has 1, but he does have these 2 Sentries and has high ground advantage. So he should be able to hold this no problem. He does get another Immortal out. We'll see if his force fields are good. And knowing him, I know they will be. We do have Hero making that switch into Colossus. And that is exactly what Extreme has to be doing relatively soon if he wants to stay in this game. Hero has the Immortal lead, and if he has a Colossus lead as well, that will not be a good thing. Force fields going down by both players. But it looks like Extreme having a small advantage. Has a much bigger concave, and 1 Immortal does go down for Hero, and it looks like another one will be falling, but he does take 1 of Extreme's Immortals with him. And nice blink back from Extreme. It looks like he will be holding this. Hero doing a warp in, but Extreme doing another warp in. And yes, Extreme is going to hold this. Some nice Immortal Micro backing that thing off for just a second, but Hero's Immortal still at full shields. That is now being targeted down. It will go down very quickly. The Stalkers blink back, but the Immortal cannot do the same. And the Immortal does get picked off. Extreme still has his Immortal nearly full energy. Hero should be backing off, as Extreme will have an Immortal lead. And Hero going to be backing off. He could blink up here if he wants to. It looks like that is what he is thinking about doing. The Observer is going to see this, only sees those handful of Stalkers, and Hero trying to make the call if he wants to do that or not. Few Stalkers coming back here just to check if there is anything. Maybe he thought a whooping happened up here instead of a blink. I'm not exactly sure what Hero is looking for, but just looking for any forward pylons, or maybe edging out to take an expansion as his minerals are approaching 400. And we have a probe out for Hero just sitting on down here watching for the third base of Extreme. So Hero looking like he wants to take a third base in PvP, which is rather unheard of. We do have Hero now starting that Thermal Lance upgrade as the robotics facility for Hero finishes. Actually, Extreme was the one that got the Robo facility first, and Hero was the one that got it second, but the Thermal Lances start at the same time. We do have Extreme with a Colossus lead. And that's always the tough thing about casting mirror matchups. Sometimes you get the colors mixed up, or at least I do. But we do have the Colossus out for Extreme. We do have an Observer now for Hero going out to scout what is going on. And he has this one watchtower, so he will know exactly what is there. But wasn't really paying attention, does not blink away. And I think that Colossus was shown. I wasn't sure if it was hiding outside of the range. The one probe over here can always throw down a pylon to get big warp-ins. And this Observer seeing what is good in Hero's base right now, or actually Extreme's base. As Extreme has Observer here seeing what is good in Hero's base. Both players getting a scout on. Of course, Hero has the better vision, knowing that there is no third base. Extreme thinks there could be. He is sending a Zealot up there to check. And Hero does have a Colossus with 2 Immortals. Extreme has 2 Immortals. Hero has 1 extra Stalker. Looking like very, very similar. Hero having a small army advantage, 70 to 66. And he has Defender's advantage, so I don't think Extreme will be able to do damage here, but this is where Extreme does shine at his Battle Micro. But Hero does have that Defender's advantage, which may just be too big. We do have an Observer coming back for Hero, and that pylon now just about finished. He will most likely be warping in Zealots to go do a little bit of harassment of his own. And the Colossus count now is 2 for Extreme, and his Thermal Lance is done. Hero is now just finishing. He has that Thermal Lance lead. And he may have noticed that, but the Thermal Lance now finishing for Hero, just poking at those Zealots as much as he can. And meanwhile, Hero going to be trying to take out this one forward pylon with that Stalker, but the Stalker does get taken out. Extreme has a few Stalkers here, and Hero going for it. No, he is going to be staying back up here. Is warped in. A lot of Zealots down there, queued up to go to a mineral line during all of this battle, and that is exactly what Hero is known for, being absolutely everywhere. That Immortal taking a few shots, but Colossus don't really phase Immortals too much. We do have the probe going to take the third, sees all those Zealots coming, and whooping has to occur relatively soon. But uh-oh, Extreme is supply cap. The Colossus does start immediately, and does he get a warp in? No, he doesn't. There we go, the whooping now going, but this pylon gonna be falling, which will unpower 1 gateway, possibly 2. Nope, only 1 gate does get empowered from that, but Hero gonna be going for the workers now, while these Zealots are going to be retreating, but they will be picked up immediately. These forces don't really do that much damage. This one Zealot does go up to amazing 0 kills. Gonna go to town on the Colossus, but he is not good enough for that. The pylon does get scouted, and Extreme will be taking that pylon out, which will not supply cap Hero. He's at 159 out of 188, now 180. And his army looking rather big at 108 versus the 92 of Extreme. None of these players are. Extreme got +1 weapons, so does Hero, so both players have +1. And coincidentally, the +2 is both at around 60 seconds researched. We do have Extreme, though, going for a Temple Archives, and that is something that Hero does not have yet. So Extreme will be getting Archons out, which are very, very good. Hero going for Immortal Colossus, while Extreme going for Archon Colossus, and that could be good. I mean, Hero's got to make the decision if he wants to build Colossus or Immortals. Instead, he's just going to be maxing out on Colossus. While Extreme, he gets to choose. He gets to build both. He gets to build both Archons and Colossus. However, that is extremely gas heavy, so he will still kind of have to choose. He does have 2 Robo facilities, so does Hero. Both players have about the same thing, and now Hero going to be going for a Templar Archives of his own. And did he see that? No, he hasn't seen that just yet. Hero holding on to this one watchtower, so he knows Extreme is moving out, knows the upgrades, and this time Hero does get a blink away on that Stalker. The Observer just chilling right here, checking out this one back door, because Hero had this one watchtower, so the only other way to get to his base would be through over here, bypassing the watchtower. So Hero just had absolute scout and everything, has his forces split up. The Colossus count is way in favor. Oh, no, it's not. 6 to 6. And Extreme going to be going up this one path here, going to be changing direction. Blinks his Stalkers back, allowing his Zealots to come in, and we have a big battle going on here. The army size is in Hero's favor, and Extreme now going to be backing off, realizing that is not the battle he wants to engage in, does back off. And the Colossus count is 7-6. Extreme may have lost one Colossus in that engagement. Going back to the army supply, though, Extreme somehow has pulled ahead in the army supply. Hero about to get a whooping, though, and that will, I think, even it up. We do have this one Stalker and Archon fighting it out. Of course, the Archon does win. And Hero's third base is up, while Extreme's is up as well. Both players have 58 workers out on the field, and Hero building pylons throughout the map, at least on that one side. The probe is going to be moving. No, it looks like he may be returning home to base. And Hero still building those Colossus up, but he is getting a Warp Prism. And this is exactly what Hero is known for. Beware, Extreme. You can be multitasked more than you can possibly handle, because Hero is going to have Warp Prisms finally 22 minutes into the game. Actually, it's going to be at 23 minutes. Hero also getting a Stargate right now. We'll see how much longer it takes for Extreme to get that, because both these players have been very mirrored, except just doing things slightly earlier, slightly later. But they've been so mirrored in the tech and workers. 58-60 now. It was 58-58 momentarily. And a Warp Prism now going to be coming in, and that will be going most likely to the main, as we do see it queued up. We do have +3 on the way, and that may get sniped. We'll see if Hero can snipe that Forge. That will be pretty big, as Hero does have +3 going on as well. Going over to the Nexus Energy, we can compare these players. 68, 15, 21, full. And Zealots are going to be toning down this one Forge. And will they get it? It is going to be close. Everything is pulling back. That Forge is at 139, and no, it will not go down. It goes down to 94. Hero, 85, 17, and full. So his Chrono Boost, not as good as Extreme's, it looks like. Extreme looks like he has been using Chrono Boost a little bit more. And he is starting on that armor upgrade. Hero has not. He is getting a fleet beacon, though, so we will have motherships out for Hero, and we don't have a Stargate out for Extreme that I do see, so he is nowhere near that mothership. And if Hero can snipe the Observer, that will be absolutely huge. There's not that much that has range and can shoot up. I know Archons can shoot up, but they don't have good range. Zealot walls can prevent them from hitting the mothership, which they can't see because, well, the Zealots are cloaked, so this could be a little bit hard for Extreme if that mothership does come out, and Hero building pylons absolutely everywhere. Zealot's going to be going into this fourth base, going to the workers killed. You do see 9 right now for Hero. Does take out one of those cannons that did not get canceled, and all those Zealots do go down. I don't know if that was worth it, but Hero is maxed out right now, so he can sacrifice Zealots and not be too worried. We do have Extreme sending a bunch of Zealots into Hero's fourth base up here, but he does back off, does not know about that, and it looks like he's going to be hanging out by this pond. Hero taking control of this one watchtower yet again. He has been having complete control of that, and he has had vision of this back door. We can go in Extreme's vision, nowhere near what Hero's vision is. So Hero definitely has vision around the map and has built a bunch of pylons to warp in stuff, but Extreme's doing the same thing. And now players are starting to sacrifice pros because they are both at 200, sacrificing Zealots as well. Checking for that fourth base, he cannot find it right now, but he does see a pylon. And Hero going to be blinking those Stalkers back, not going to be losing them. Losing that Observer would be relatively big. Going to the Observer counts, it is 2 to, oh my god, nothing. Extreme does not have an Observer out, and the mothership is almost out, and that could be absolutely huge. No Observer for Extreme. And the mothership so close to coming out, just about 40 seconds away or 30 seconds away from making its appearance. Extreme looks like he wants to put pressure on. And both players are maxed out 199 to 199. And we kind of have this little stalemate going on. Of course, Hero is waiting for the mothership. Both players starting on +2 armor. Extreme does have the double forge up, so he is getting shield upgrades. But I mean, that mothership is going to make it hell for Extreme. Extreme does have 9 Archons out, but again, mothership does cloak without any detection. Those Archons are going to have a hard time getting to the mothership. It's going to be all about these Stalkers blinking in, sniping that mothership. If he does not do that, he will take heavy, heavy losses. And those Zealots, I have no clue what they're doing. They're playing a game of ring around the Stalkers, which is not going too well for them. Bunch of High Templars sitting right here, whooping in now. That Zealot going to town on them. And Hero will not win that fight, and it looks like Extreme pulling back all his units to deal with that one Zealot. The Urkons do finish, take that out in pretty much one volley, I think. And now Extreme's like, okay, let's go back to the middle of the map. And Extreme does have good vision since he has a watchtower, but it's nothing like what Hero has with his observers and Stalker just positioned around the map, trying to get as much vision as possible. We do have Extreme now coming in for a battle. Both players are getting a Dark Shrine right now. Still no observer out for Extreme. Hero does have 3 observers, and now he has me coming back. Where is that mothership? There it is, way in the back, being ever so slow. And Extreme, we'll see what he sees. I don't think he's seen the mothership just yet, but he is retreating. And he still doesn't know about this 4th base by Hero. He may be thinking he's contained him to 3 bases when Hero is on 4, going on 5 right now, and we're about to see that engagement. Waiting for all those units to cloak and see what Extreme's reaction is. There he goes. Sees the cloak and immediately is pulling back. He knows this is not a battle he can win. Link is coming down. Those Urkons are running ahead. And now everything is getting cloaked. That mothership is getting force targeted by all those Stalkers. But it's not going to go down. The vortex does go off. My apologies. My mouse did glitch out there. And everything going in that one vortex. But we're about to have a little bit of a toilet on the ground. It's nothing like Broodlords, but they will still take heavy damage. Everything clumped up right there, taking one volley of all those Colossus. And that is big, but all the Stalkers now blinking underneath the mothership. The mothership does get taken out, but Hero has already done a lot of damage. 128 supply, 291. Somehow Extreme is still kind of in this. Those Immortals are creeping their way up, but Hero just has so many Colossus miking those back. It looks like Hero may be able to take this game from here on out. 117, 270 supply right now. 3 DTs, though, being morphed in by Extreme. And those DTs are going to take out Colossus. 1 Colossus already falls. About to take out 2, and this is what Extreme does need. The Observer does come, but he does take out 4 Colossus. And that is definitely pretty big. We have another mothership coming out for here. It's 50 workers to 50 workers. And going over the workers killed, 16 to 23 so far this game. And uh-oh, that 1 Colossus is going to be picked off. Some Urkons morphing in, and if Hero can take those out, that will be big. But Extreme coming in from back. 1 Colossus immediately goes down. 2 Heroes, 5, and there we go. The Urkons coming in, but they're targeting the other Urkon, and they need to take out these Colossus. And there we go. Now they're going on to those Colossus, but it looks like Extreme has lost that Colossus lead by a big margin. 1 Immortal is his army, and 52 workers to the 9 Zealots, 2 DTs, 1 Urkon, 4 Colossus, and 1 Stalker. So Hero definitely looking like he is poised to win this game. Going over to the income tab, it should be the same. Yeah, Extreme has a small lead. He does have equal bases. He may have better saturation than Hero. Going to the workers, no, he's at 8 more workers, but that is not going to make the big difference. The mothership is almost out for Hero yet again, and Hero going to be coming in and trying to take out all these bases. Extreme trying to morph in as many units as he possibly can. What does his army look like now? 1 Immortal, 1 Colossus. He is building 3 Colossus at a time, but Hero does have 4 Colossus out and a bunch of Urkons. So Extreme, he is definitely going to be pushed to the limit. I don't even think he can hold this one off with his battle micro. Hero just been playing this game so well, and all came down to that mothership. And the Vortex was pretty much saying, no, you are not going to be retreating, Extreme. You are trapped in that place. And Urkon's going down. Blink does go on, trying to take out as many Colossus as he can. Extreme looks like he's kind of just trying to hold on, keep all his Colossus hidden possibly, and mass up a lot of them and try to surprise Hero. But that is not going to be working. Of course, he doesn't know Hero is on 5 bases as well. Hasn't scouted the 4th base and hasn't seen that 5th base go up, as the 5th base was here. The 4th base was over here. Extreme did hold this area for a while and never saw a base go up there. So he may be thinking he may be able to just draw Hero out. He may be thinking he's out of minerals, and if he just holds on long enough, he can come back in this game. And somehow he is pushing Hero back with so few units. Cancel off on a lot, and if he picks off this army, that will be rather big. Maybe I'm counting Extreme out too early, but he is down a base and 40 supply. Hero getting a Warp Prism, and since Extreme doesn't have a large army, he can't really force to pull units back. Additionally, he doesn't really have any units that he can pull back. I mean, he's got Colossus and Archons. Those are so expensive units. I mean, you pull one of them back, that is a good chunk of the army. One Colossus here is pretty much like a fifth of his army size. So that is not good. I don't know what that mothership was doing. Maybe he was thinking about doing a massive recall into the main, and then realizing, wait, I got a warp prism. What am I thinking? Going to the worker count, or the Colossus count, it is 3 to 4, so Hero's still in the lead there. 2 Archons to 2 Archons. Extreme, is he? He's catching up in that army supply, guys. 87 to 69. Extreme is definitely still in this game. But again, that mothership, he does have an observer this time around. But that Vortex has proven it is good in PvP as well as PvZ. And this one Stalker is going to be picked off. Warpin does come down here, but Extreme going to be doing some micro, trying to keep all his units alive. This micro's one Stalker did not get the blink off. Fuse does going down, but he is being cost efficient here. And Hero is ahead, but he can't really just give things up. And Extreme kind of glitching out that charge animation does take that out. Going back to this army supply, it is 79 to 87 to 111. So it's not impossible for Extreme to win this game, but it's still unlikely, especially because that one Vortex did just go off. A lot of the units down here getting picked off. All the units going to be coming out over here. Extreme has been split in two. And Hero has separated the forces. And we're waiting for everything to come out here and just take massive amounts of damage. All those Colossus taking AoE damage. And that will be all she wrote as the Colossus do fall. Zealous coming in here. Extreme backing off. He did snipe that mothership yet again. But he has left to no Colossus versus the 3 Colossus. Hero still building a lot. Extreme not building so much. Stalkers are going to be picked apart. And now we do have a blink off over here trying to pick off what Colossus. And Extreme does throw the GG. So Hero does take the game. And I do have a promise to do a small contest at the end of this game. So we will be hopping on over to that. And then going into SC2 gears. So, if you're wondering, at the end of some videos, at the end of some games, just to benefit the people who watch the entire thing, and I do contests and give out $10. So we will be doing thing. I think I had 4 people enter this one. We will just be double checking 9 comments before, 9 comments after. We have Grubby for Nexus Collector, Dongagu for D-Mob, and DeMuslim for Fixels, Idris Stefano. And that looks like it was it. So, we will be going to this. And 1 to 4. And we're about to find out who ends up getting it. You guys ready? Here we go. Here goes the enter. In 3, 2, 1. It is Fixels with the Muslim. So he will get the $10. I will be messaging him. And we will be going into SC2 gears right now. So, we do have APM tab showing us Hero Macro APM 52, Extreme Macro APM 80. He did have more Chrono Boost, so that does kind of back that up. And you can see Extreme also in Grandmaster League. We'll see what rank he is in. 93 at the time of this game. Hero at rank 8 in Master. Micro APM 121 for Extreme, 119 for Hero. Redundancy though for Extreme at 47%. Hero at 34%. EAPM for Hero is more. Even though Extreme had more Micro and Macro APM, he was really redundant. And for that, he has less EAPM. What that means, I don't know. Maybe you can take something of it, but it's just a little cool to look at those numbers. Going in this build's tech, you can see all the units morphed in. 4 DTs versus 6 DTs. 3 motherships were built that game. 42 High Templars to 38. Of course, 42 was for Extreme. 15 Colossus to 20. Hero had more Colossus. 10 Immortals to 11 Immortals. Hero had more Immortals. 4 observers to 5 observers, and that speaks a lot, because Hero had a lot of observers near that in the game, and Extreme did not. And Hero only built 1 more observer, so that just means how much more active Hero was at sniping that. Going back in this game, you can see Hero ends the game with 3 observers, so he only lost 2 observers that game, while Extreme lost all 4, and for some time he was playing without an observer. And you see what happens when a Colossus comes out, I mean not Colossus, a Mothership comes out and you don't have an observer. That just absolutely sucks. Hero with a lot of Zealous. That looks like 130 to the 99. Going into the spells, that is upgrades. Spells. 35 Archons to 30, that's not too special. 42 Blinks to 38 Blinks, of course, Extreme had more Blinks. That's a little bit odd coming from Hero. 20 Warp Gate. Really, not much. 5 Forces or 5 Force Fields. 3 Vortexes. 84 Chronos for Extreme. 87 for Hero. So Hero ended up Chrono boosting more in that game, even though it looked like he was Chrono boosting less. And that is definitely a little bit odd, but maybe it's because he did have +1 base near the end of the game when he was Chrono boosting things at the end. I don't know exactly all the Chrono boost he did, but he did do more. Going over into resource spending rate, I can't really tell too much there. Resources spent, you can see Hero spending more minerals and more gas, just barely more gas, like 400 more gas, 425 gas, not much, and 4k minerals. So, not all that much. Hope you guys enjoy the game. Take care, guys.